Baby, pure and small, He created you, He created us all. Hush, little baby, don't you fear, we're never alone when Allah's so near. Hush, little baby, breathing so calm, He'll protect. Hush, little baby, still and serene, you are a Muslim, Islam's your deen. Hush, little baby, pure and small.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين. Differentiation, and I expect you to give me some examples of what you're going to do in your classroom to show me that you are doing this differentiation pertinent to or in relation to the subject that you teach. So you mention a subject and you mention usually teachers would get into the classroom, would do the same questions, and they give the students free colored paper, different colored paper. So one in red, one in blue, one in yellow, and when you read the question, they are the same questions. I don't know whether the teachers are deceiving themselves or deceiving the students or deceiving someone else. The differentiation is in color. It's not in the content. So this is something that happens. And while you are thinking of the greatest question, the most important question that we should end up with, which is, what have you learned today from all the previous lessons? So this would be something that you tell me. Perhaps you've learned something that I did not know myself. But let's begin first with the first part of it, which is how you make differentiation in your subject matter. So tell me the subject, tell me the grade, and tell me what you're going to do, inshallah, in the coming few weeks of differentiation. Am I clear? Should I repeat it again? Good. Some people say no. So I think it's very clear. Yes. Okay, now work on it. Do you want to work collectively or individually? Collectively is easier, right? Okay, good. If you want to work collectively, I leave it open for you. If you want to work individually, do it whatever way you want. Sometimes too much freedom doesn't work very well, right? So I talk to you while they are busy doing this. Which one you wrote first? Last one. Yes. What are you going to do? Okay. Now the grade, the subject, what you're going to do to show differentiation in your class. Subject, grade.
Subject is Islamic public speaking.
Islamic public speaking. I hope Islamic public speaking is not more important than tafsir.
But we have modified it.
Okay.
It will be specially for the ulama.
Okay, Islamic public speaking for the ulama.
Islamic khutbah, and we will be trying.
This is for the ulama. We're making now, this is for ulama.
For the ulama.
Okay.
Especially.
Good.
And we will be including all these 5-6 skills that we have learned.
Speaking.
So we go ahead with one diagnostic exam first to check the skills of the students.
Okay, you already made this a month back or something, or you want to make it now?
No, we have done this because we take examinations every term.
Because usually diagnostic exams are done in the beginning of the semester or a year.
So then I start doing the classification of the speaking levels of the students.
Okay.
We begin with very poor speakers, poor speakers from 30 to 35.
And the word poor is in your heart, not on your tongue, right? Remember this. Nobody knows this except you.
Absolutely.
And of course Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Inshallah.
Okay.
Then the fair speakers 35 to 45, fair plus 46 to 55, good speakers of the class 56 to 65, very good speakers 65 to 75, excellent 76 to 85, and anything above 85, it's outstanding speakers.
Okay. You make this classification, how do you make it? On papers, or you tell the students?
Yes, we have a speech evaluation sheet.
Okay.
We have different criteria to mark. It's already been made with me, prepared with me.
Yeah, it's prepared by you, but who is going to give these grades?
Me, myself.
You yourself. Okay, good, I understand that. I think it's something good. So now we can make differentiation orally, right? By testing the students orally to speak. Okay, good.
Here I would like to add up, as even I am a public speaking teacher, what I will do
speaking.
is
You're commenting now.
The same. I'm the same.
You're saying the same.
Teacher, yeah.
Seems everybody
What
here
I would do
is
is,
thinking in public speaking.
I would also let them evaluate their peers.
Oh, and now here.
So that they are used to evaluating each other.
Yes.
Not that they don't evaluate.
Yeah.
But this time I'll modify it, not letting the others know their weak points through their peers.
Okay.
But in a different manner.
That's good.
So that they don't hurt the feelings of the other.
Wonderful thing here, I think, that we can use. Now you have your own classification. How about if each student makes a presentation and the rest of the students try to evaluate him and see at the end whether their evaluation matches the classification that you have in your brain or not. Now this is a higher level of classification. You're combining classification, you're combining differentiation and evaluation at the same time. Group A, and these students are in group B, and these students are in group C, right? And now let them present. Each one would present. You ask all the students, or you ask 3 students, now I want your opinion about them. Okay, give me your opinion according to the list that you have. So when they finish, you see their opinions, their evaluation, and then between you and yourself, see whether the classification that you made is correct or not. If it matches, that would be amazing. You are doing a wonderful job, and your students are very skillful because they could know exactly what you have already known. This would be something really, really meaningful. Okay, good. Any other? Please take notes. Write these ideas. You will forget them. And I'm quite sure the writer is writing these ideas for me. Are you? Are you writing? Good. Jazakallah khair.
This is after you've taken a science class.
This is what?
Grade 3 science class.
Science class. Now we are moving from public speaking. Okay.
It's a science class, and after a class has been taken, or maybe they've done a practical on parts of a flower, has only the title in it. Draw and label the parts of a flower. The middle ability has an incomplete flower where they have to, the task is the same, draw and label. And the low ability has a flower that is already made and words in a word bank where they just pick it up and label.
Wonderful.
So you see where each one lies.
You see the difference in the task? One is left with nothing except the title, right? Drawing. And the other one is drawing and filling in the blanks or identifying. And the third one, use words from the bank. So there's clear differentiation here, right? Wonderful. This is very good. Yes. By the way, the same technique can be applicable to, for example, Sira. You can do the same thing. If you think it, you modify it a little bit, you use the same technique.
I just want to clarify one thing. As the sister said that she will give different papers, different questions to the students, and we usually know that the students after the exam or test, they discuss it with each other.
Yeah, so after the exam.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
So if they discuss it with each other, I mean, they will feel that, okay, I got an easy question, I got a difficult one. So over there, it is, more of, they can feel that, okay, we are, given an easy, that means we are not a good student. So this can come to the students. So how to avoid this?
While they are sitting here, you give them this paper, right, to this person and to that person and to the other one. And you give the other papers to others. Not necessarily that they should be sitting in one group. Is this clear? Okay. To make it clearer, wait for the break and then we'll come back. Yes, don't go away. Stay with us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome back. We were talking about some examples of differentiations and I thought that there is a comment here. Or no? Yes? Whoever has the comment.
I totally agree with what brother said, that the children by the end of the exam, they do discuss about this.
Why not?
And what we can do a bit change in that is, if suppose for the L level sentences which are according to their level and say any of, if it's 5, so I'll highlight 5 in yellow color and say pick up any 3. This highlight won't be in the other. So if at all they discuss, they won't even mention about the highlighted one.
Yeah.
I suppose
Even
so.
though, remember the technique that I told you that, for example, you know that some people who are in the middle level, you can give them the paper for the high achievers, right? So some people in the lower achiever level, you can give them the middle one. So they wouldn't enforce exactly the concept that you have about them. They may be able to answer the question that's on this level. So now you upgrade them. This is how you know that they are progressing. If they cannot, so you know that your classification is correct and they are still here, they did not deserve to go up. So you can give them false paper, right, to see the level. So nobody would notice it. You said, oh, last time I got the blue one, but today I got the yellow one. So they wouldn't be able really to figure it out, yes. Okay.
I would just like with all the 3 questions in them and ask the student to attempt any one.
Yes, we said this. It's very good. Very easy way to solve it. Nobody knows. Put all of them on one paper and without, but you have to differentiate sometime even your techniques. Okay, now this is good. Now the rest of the time, which is approximately less than 10 minutes, I want to get from you, what did you learn today? But I need something tangible. I need to feel that, yes, you understood and you can apply it. So you put it in a way that convinces me of this clear understanding, you can apply it in your class. Am I clear? Okay. You can write it, you can say it verbally, yes. Okay. And I wish that someone, if you can write them on the computer now, every one of them says something, we need to put them. Usually, but because of the way we're sitting is designed, usually we give a sheet, big sheet for everyone. So we'll put them here in front of you on the computer, everything. And I think that each one of you can say something different. And if you are smart, begin in the beginning. Otherwise, it will be limited opportunity for you. Okay, now, who is going to go first? No one. Okay. I learned today myself, if you are patient with your students, at the end of the day, they become very active and they make very strong comments on each other. And that's what I was looking for. That's what I learned today. Patience, yes, gives you what you want. Yes. Okay.
First thing that which we learned was
not we. Don't say we. Here it's I, because you learn.
my apologies.
Yes, I'm just, yeah. Okay.
The first thing I learned was that for successful learning, effective teaching is very necessary.
For
Successful
learning, for high quality learning,
effective teaching.
Effective teaching should go in. Okay, good. Tell me, for example, something like this. Okay, I want somebody who is brave enough to say that. Okay, before what I learned today, I thought that I am a perfect teacher. 5 steps below or higher than this. But where were you before you learned what you learned today, and where are you now? If somebody wants to say something. Okay. Before I got this workshop, I thought that I am the best teacher in my country. But now I feel that I am in the lowest, yes, achievers. Something like that, if you want. No? Everything we knew before. Yes, please? Yes.
The thing I learned today would be that to make a class interactive, it's very important to have a 3-way communication.
Good.
That is from the teacher to the student to the teacher, and the student to the other students.
Very good. So this is again interactive, 3-dimensional or 3-way communication makes class very good. Good.
I learned today 2 very important things. One, distributive focus and differential learning. And to put that plan into action, I must know what are the different learners.
Okay,
so two most important aspects.
Say it again, very simple. I learned that distributive focus
will help in effective planning.
Will help in making an effective lesson plan. Okay, want it that way? Okay, very good. The other one?
The other one was, since I already have made a very good plan, I should know how to apply it to different types of learners.
Okay, when I make a plan, I take into consideration how to apply it to the groups, the different groups in the class. Good. I don't see anything in here. Okay. Right?
Remedial work, how I can help the student to improve if he's weak in a particular area.
Okay, I would rather say that the remedial work comes as a successful differentiation policy, right? And in this way, I can address the needs of every student. Okay, remedial work is related to differentiation. Good, right? Another thing?
I have learned that not all the time the teacher should lead the class. Many a time the teacher should give the projects, or giving them, asking them to make a short presentation about the topic.
Very good. I think there will be a whole session about this. But I'd like the concept of the super teacher, Superman teacher is not there now. Is not there. Even when you see the scholars making fatwas nowadays, you would find that each scholar would have a team with him and would consult a doctor or two doctors, medical doctors, when they are, for example, if the fatwa is related to mothers. So they would get 2 or 3 people to get information from, so as to make an educated answer, to make a fatwa. You see what I'm saying? So it's no longer it's one man who can do everything. Life is becoming very, very complicated. Yeah, good.
I have a comment on what you said right now.
Please do.
About being a Superman teacher. What I've learned is we always try to focus outwards towards the students, like how we can improve them, how can improve the students. But teacher, we always try to blame the students. So now what we have learned is how we can focus inwards towards ourselves. Wonderful. So that we can be effective teachers.
Wonderful. And this was the title of our, how can you be an effective teacher? This is exactly what we want. Okay?
Alhamdulillah, it was a very child-centered approach, alhamdulillah. I was practicing a few, but the next time, what I've learned today is the next time I see sleepy heads or distracted students, I'll change, I'll go back and redo my lesson planning. Yeah, put good inputs from what I've learned today.
And this is an ongoing process, by the way. It never stops.
Something, and I would definitely go and see the interactive sessions and videos.
I learned some resources, right? And if you go to Google and write these words, right? For example, best practices in teaching, best practices in education, and you will get plenty of sources. And I think this should be part of your life, that all the time you go to, when you have some time to go into the internet, look for that. Best practices, best quality teaching is different from what you will see tomorrow and after tomorrow. And I think if we succeed to build this culture in the Muslim teachers, we will make a difference in the world. We will make a difference in the world. Remember the ayah, the Quran, the last verse in Surah Al-Kahf, فَمَنْ كَانَ يَرْجُو لِقَاءَ رَبِّهِ فَلْيَعْمَلْ عَمَلًا صَالِحًا وَلَا يُشْرِكْ بِعِبَادَةِ رَبِّهِ أَحَدًا. Inshallah, I would say that we achieved the second part. Inshallah. But the first part, what we are doing now is this one, is the professional work. So if we combine them together, I think we can offer the whole world something that they are missing. Jazakumullahu khairan. So we need to build this culture of researching the internet and seeing the best practices. And even in your school, when you see a teacher who's skillful in one skill and he masters it, you can take the other teacher, or you can ask this teacher to make a training for them. The training may be 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, that's enough, period. Go back. So let him share or her share. Or in your department, you can begin with your department, go to a wider level to your school, and you can go to other places. Jazakumullahu khair. What else?
I would surely take feedback from my students after one session gets over, that was it different from the other lessons, so that I get to know where I stand and where I'm raising the level of teaching.
You all the time need to ask your students, yes, did I do something different from last week? You'd say, yes, you're totally different. And by the way, the students, yes, have very critical eye. Even the youngest one. I'm sure that you have critical eyes about me. I will tell you my story of my child. We didn't have a school, so we made up a school. We said, okay, a school for our children who are Arabs. So what happened is that we asked our wives to participate, and most of them were not teachers. So after 4 days, yes, my son told me that I'm not going to go to school today. I asked him why. He said the teacher doesn't want to move from the place that she was in the first day. What she taught yesterday is the same thing that she taught the day before. It seems that she doesn't know where to go. Be in class, and he observed this and of course the teacher was not qualified at all. We don't blame her, but we tell you that how can a child evaluate the teacher? They are very picky. They understand the day that you are in class without preparing. They would understand that you were in a workshop today and this made impact on you. They will understand it. They will see something different. They are very smart. That's why you need to consult them. You need to communicate with them so they will give you viewpoints. This is a wonderful, lesson, I think. Like, have you written all of them? MashaAllah, Jazakallah khair. Now because you wrote all of them, I know Ta'ala to accept from us all. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us of those who learn and benefit from it. Because some people learn but they don't benefit others. And in the end, I greet you with the best greeting. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Hush, little baby, pure and small. He created you, he created us all. Hush, little baby, don't you fear. We're never alone when Allah's so near. Hush, little baby, protect us all and keep us from harm. Hush, little baby, still and serene. You are a Muslim, Islam's your deen. Hush, little baby, pure and small. He created